Marriage, it's a beautiful commitment of love between two people. But the wedding, well, that can be a whole other stressful thing altogether and certainly expensive. Jody and David, an engaged Philadelphia couple, they have a creative solution to the bridal budget bind, selling their upcoming nuptials to the highest bidders. So they announced on social media that they're taking any and all corporate sponsors for their wedding. Obviously, this ploy has since gone viral. A lot of positive, a lot of negative attention. It is creative.
It is very creative.
Why, there's not a lot of response because I think people are trying to process,
well,
is it a good idea, is it a bad idea?
The bottom line is weddings are expensive. But I think that just this to me is horrifying. Like, I'm trying to think about a really nice way to put a spin on this, but I just feel like it completely undermines the whole idea of
on
marriage.
The back of her dress would say, dressed by Elaine.
That's what they're saying, like the toast from the maid of honor, brought to you by. Like, that's actually something that they're promoting.
The entire wedding is a big infomercial.
Yeah, basically.
But don't certain celebs kind of do this, that they get married and they throw in certain, they have corporate
but I don't
sponsors.
think that's right either, Drew.
No,
I really firmly believe that when you marry someone, it should be about the love. It should be about the commitment. And if you can afford a small wedding, have a small wedding. Just celebrate each other.
But what if you want a big wedding and you can't afford it?
Right.
I think that this makes sense. If it's literally you have to have a small wedding or you want a big wedding and this is a way to do it, and if you get a corporate sponsor, my humble opinion is a corporate sponsor is probably not going to spend big bucks on a private wedding.
No.
Because corporate sponsors want a lot of broadcast. Now, the fact this has gone viral, now it will work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but the cake maybe by such and such, the photographer throws in his deal.
Yes.
And on the menu, you know, the filet mignon brought to you by such and such local farm.
On the flip side, okay, so maybe let's play this forward. So let's say you get that corporate sponsor, you have your dream wedding. You have to actually be a married couple going forward. Who is sponsoring your married life? Like, if you're gonna get that kind of money and you're gonna get those donations, maybe think about getting it for a more constructive thing, like a down payment for your house or a college fund if you have children. But I just feel like putting this kind of emphasis and expense into an event just to be over the top and just to be showy.
Partially, that is our culture now. I mean, unfortunately, our culture is reinforcing that idea of like, you have to have this wedding, it has to look this way. And so I feel like they're getting pressure probably from friends.
But the average cost of a wedding in 2016, average cost of a wedding. So we're not talking over the top.
Right.
Average wedding, $35,329.
Right.
That's an average wedding.
I get that.
I mean,
it's a nice car. That's what you get.
So if you want an over-the-top wedding, you're talking about multiples of that. Even if you, I mean, we're at a point now in society where even a small wedding,
they're going to be huge.
But think about when you're a married couple, a young, like typically, not if you're having a red carpet step and repeat wedding, which is what this couple wants. You have to learn to live within your means. Like, no, because I mean, when my husband and I first got married, we were residents. We were making dirt. We lived in this tiny apartment. We were living on ramen noodles from Costco. But I think it's set up like a really good precedent that going forward, we worked our butts off.
But who paid for the wedding?
So this is the thing, you know, really interesting. We're both Indian. We had an over-the-top 5-day extravagant wedding, which I'm really grateful my parents wanted to do and they paid for, God bless them. But it was nothing about us. Like, the wedding at a certain point was just this spectacle that was all about.
It seems to me like,
and it was not
but it seems to me like part of where you're coming from here is that from your own experience, the over-the-top wedding did nothing to enhance the quality of life between you and your husband.
Correct.
And I think that the one thing that we probably all could learn from this is you'd be better off probably take a few $1,000, go to a beach somewhere and have your nuptials and then come back and have a picnic.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You're right.
I think if you really want to celebrate the relationship and the commitment and the union, it is not about corporate sponsorship and gift bags and red carpets. I just feel like this doesn't set a good precedent for their wedding or for their married life. And
are they going to start auctioning off couples therapy now? Like, we're not doing well? Like, who's going to
their marriage off like a business transaction.
Well, and that's what I don't like about it, that it feels so
I love how idealistic you are about this. And I got to tell you, because of that, we're not going to have commercials on our show anymore. We're not going to.